And I am back once again, this time to talk about the Washington Wizards. So, as some of you, or most of you, may or may not know, Ernie Grunfeld, the most recent GM of the Washington Wizards for the last 15, 16 years, just got fired yesterday. So now it's time for the future GM to rebuild. Let's figure this out and let's go all in on this. So, looking at everything as a whole, with the current options, current cap the way it is, the current roster the way it is, I think that the four things that need to happen are this. There's a few other things as well, but the four main things right now are keep Dwight, talk to Dwight about coming back, let him come back on the $5 million he has next year. But also try to get that extra help. With that, the help that needs to be done is some of the help to be considered. I would take I would take the club option on Jabari Parker and then simultaneously trade him to Atlanta for Kent Bazemore. And with that, you can then sit there and have the ability of bringing in extra help because John Wall is out for a whole year. We know he's out for the rest of this. He's been out for the rest of this year. They're saying he's probably not even going to be ready for the playoffs next year. So you need to have a whole year where you have something that you need to be ready to go. You need to be ready, willing, and able to keep going. So bringing in Kent Bazemore, because let's be honest here, Bradley Beal's probably going to play that number 2 spot. So it's possible to have an ability where you can still fit in the idea of, Bradley Beal's going to play the 1. You can bring in Bazemore to play the 2. He could play the 2 spot. He also plays small forward. But that's where the one thing works the most. Now, another idea that I have is trying to get Jan Mahimi's money off the books. Now, the Jan Mahimi thing, he got so much money. Thank you, Ernie Grunfeld. But there are ways around it. One of the teams I think that would consider taking him on for the last year or so of his contract, I think is Charlotte. I think Charlotte's probably going to tell Bismack Biyombo that they don't want him, that they might, because Bismack Biyombo, Marvin Williams, and Michael Kidd-Gilchrist all have player options this year. I think they're going to waive Tony Parker to gain a little bit extra money, but I think that they're going to try to clear the money off of Tony Parker, clear that 5.25, 5.5, but tell Bismack Biyombo, listen, we don't need you. We're going to go separate ways. He might not even want to stay because he knows that he might see something that nobody else sees, but with that, they're probably going to just want to keep Marvin Williams, clear that extra money, maybe sign somebody, what have you. But taking on Jan Mahimi when Bismack Biyombo is most likely going to be gone makes a lot of sense. Here's how they should do it. They take on Jan Mahimi and give up Michael Kidd-Gilchrist. So the Washington Wizards, in the process of 2 trades, take on a small forward and a shooting guard who both, at that point, are on 1-year deals, and all of that money now stretches out and clears up next offseason so that when John Wall says, yeah, my leg is good, I feel good, I'm ready to go, I'm back, I'm ready to go, let's do this, I'm ready, willing, and able to keep playing, that is where it can be built upon, well, we have $30 million in cap next offseason. That's where it then goes, because that needs to be the one thing to consider. And nobody sees that. And that's the one thing I can't understand is how I would be making these trades. These are the trades I would want to make and the trades that I know the Wizards specifically could benefit from. Now, in regards to the draft, there are a few players I would like to consider, but when it comes down to it, we have to look at first, before I get into the draft, we have to first look at the possible cap space that's available in 2020 and 2021. So in the 2021 offseason, going into that offseason, you have they have so much money available. They have about $40 million in cap and a lot more coming after that. So, Jan Mahimi has a 1-year deal. Yes, Jabari Parker would have a 1-year deal, but taking on the other players to get to that next spot without John Wall can work. But anyway, going into the draft, into the 2019 draft, the players I would consider currently at the number 8 spot, I don't see Cam Reddish falling to 8. I see him going maybe top 5. There might be a chance that he's there. If Cam Reddish is not there, then I think that the one person that should be considered is Sekou Doumbouya. He is this big bruiser, 6'9", small forward out of France. I think he's going to be a very good choice going forward. But, there's all different concepts, there's all different possibilities, but I do think that the one other thing that Washington needs to consider in the second round, with the fact that they have, a draft pick sitting there, I would truly, truly consider Carson Edwards. I think Carson Edwards makes a lot of sense. I think, having that ability to bring in a backup, he's probably not going to start right out the gate, but when the time comes, he's that player that can jump right in, can get the job done, can do what needs to be done, and that makes the most sense. So these are just hypotheticals, but they all work. Everything that I talk about is things that can be done, can be worked on, things like that. So with that is my time. I look forward to seeing your guys' opinion on this. Leave a comment down below. Give me some new ideas, things to talk about. Let me know if you liked it in the comments. Give it a big thumbs up if you did like it as well. Don't forget to subscribe, and don't forget to hit the bell icon, which is right around this area right here, to see when I post another video. And with that, I will see you guys in the next video.